Okay, welcome everybody. First of all, I'd like to thank you all for shifting your schedules around so that you could make this morning's meeting. Why don't we all just sit down and get started? That way we'll get out of here a little bit earlier. Okay, the chair calls to order this meeting of the Board of Education for the District of Columbia. In accordance with the superintendent's decision to use the discretionary fund to improve elementary school playgrounds, I have only one thing to say. I want the discussion... Oh, Miss Baxter. The floor is not yet open for public comment. Would you please sit down? Miss Baxter, sit down or I'll have you removed. The chair does not recognize you.
Does the chair recognize this, Mr. Wilson? Because I am sick of being ignored.
Barricaded suspect holding the Board of Education hostage. Witnesses ID'd her as Irene Baxter, former third-grade teacher at Woodby Elementary here in D.C.
The building secure?
Yes, sir. We've locked down a 3-block perimeter and evacuated the area.
You talked to her yet, Joe?
She only wants to talk to you.
Yes.
Miss Baxter, Jack Mannion, Chief of Police. Everything okay in there? You want anything?
Don't try to be my friend. I'm not crazy. I don't need to be talked down to.
All right. So what's this all about?
I want the killing to stop.
What killing?
This board has blood on its hands. They've been murdering the children of this district for years, and if I have to kill every one of them to save the children, I will.
Joe, is there any way to tap into the video surveillance in there so we get a chance to know what's going on?
Well, you got cameras in the doors and hallways, nothing in the meeting room.
All right, I'm going to go in there and see for myself. Nancy, get me a vest.
Yes, sir.
Everybody goes in there, I suggest to be the tactical team, not the chief of police.
Oh, well, some days you're the dog, some days you're the hydrant. Joe, get Temple and Debrino down here. Chuck! Come on.
Right away, sir.
Irene, Jack Mannion, hold your fire.
That's far enough. Unzip your jacket.
All right. How can I help you get out of here?
I told you what I want. I'll let these people go when my demands have been met.
We've given you more than a fair hearing.
Sir,
time after...
please. What's your name?
I'm George Wilson. I chair this school board.
I'm the chief of police. I'd like you to be quiet.
For once in your life.
I want to make sure that all these people leave here unharmed, including yourself. How are we going to do that?
You want to help me?
Yes.
Then listen to me.
I got to tell you, that'd be a lot easier if you weren't holding the gun.
No, it wouldn't be happening if I didn't have this gun.
All right. Let talk. I'm listening.
People are dying. Students, teachers, something at the school is making them sick.
And what do you think is making them sick?
Something in the air, or maybe in the ground.
All right. And there's agencies that take care of this.
I have dealt with agencies for 4 years. EPA, Health and Human Services, emails, phone calls, letters, petitions. They did a few tests. People kept on getting sick. I can't tell you how many times I asked this board for help. Do you want to know what they did? They fired me.
Her contract was terminated for a number of reasons, not the least of which was her constant harassment of this board. She is ill. She is mentally unstable.
All right, Irene. Please. How can we end Irene? But solve this peacefully, please.
I want an investigation. I want someone to give a damn. I want someone to find out who's responsible, and I want it to stop.
In order for me to help you, I need two things. One, put that weapon down, and two, you have to let these people go.
No. I finally got someone's attention. I'm not going to fail again.
All right. All right, fine. But I'm not going to be blackmailed. You can keep the board. Let me take the rest. Take it or leave it.
Okay. Take them.
Let's go. Come on.
Hey, Chief. I know about you and about your reputation as a crusader. I know you'll help me. You've got 8 hours to give me proof that this school is poisoning its children. After that, no guarantees anybody else gets out.
Can you give me the school attendance record for the school and any other school in the area? What I'm looking for is unexplained illnesses, that sort of thing.
I thought we didn't give in to terrorist demands.
Well, we're not. This is a negotiation. Debrino, she gave us 6 people. We're going to give her an hour. That's a good deal, isn't it?
Let's get on it.
All right, the longer we let her stand there with that gun, the more chance it's gonna go off. I say we end it right now.
Well, we got time on our side, Joe.
Yeah, she put you in that position. What if you fail?
If I fail, we do it your way. Nancy, do me a favor. Call Ella. Tell her I need Irene Baxter's personnel file. I want the credit reports, relatives, anything she can find. I need it right away.
Yes, sir.
Joe, you keep her alive till I get back.
You got it.
School attendance records in the area shows a higher than average absentee rate at Woodby Elementary.
Yeah, and the hospital confirms there's a rash of unexplained illnesses over the last 5 years. Everything from digestive disorders to anemia, even cancer.
Well, what's causing it?
Nobody knows. Could be contamination from any number of sources and any number of substances.
Could be organic, could be environmental.
Okay, get the EPA back over at that school. I want to test it again. Come on, we only got 6 hours. Hustle. Ella! Ella!
Yeah.
Well, gee, you know.
Here, everything I could find on Irene Baxter.
Thank you.
I have a friend who used to live near Woodby Elementary.
They have kids that go to school there?
No.
They're lucky.
Chief, wait. What about the victims?
Ella, I have a hostage crisis going on right now, right?
But who's going to talk to them?
How about you?
Thanks, Chief.
Ella, you're looking for evidence, not a cause.
Yeah, okay.
Not a cause!
Ella!
Could we sit over there? There's better light. I want you to see something.
Follow me.
Could we have 2 burgers, please?
Wait, I've already ordered an appetizer and a chocolate souffle for dessert.
No, I've only got 20 minutes.
I didn't expect this to be a working lunch. I was looking forward to something else.
Well, something else. We'll just have to wait. This can't. Oh, I appreciate the chocolate souffle and everything, Clyde, but a woman has taken hostages at the school board. And she's convinced that in a neighborhood in Southeast, a substance is causing serious illnesses, in some cases cancer and death.
Oh.
Well, Clyde, you're a lobbyist for the chemical industry. You know who uses which substances, where they store it, how they dispose of it. I need your help.
We've got you solving crimes now?
I know I don't need to explain to you how I feel about cancer.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean that the way it sounded.
Can you help me? Because if you can't, then I'll just take my burger to go.
Ella, my industry has worked extremely hard to change the public's perception of us as the bad guy. I'm not going to participate in a witch hunt against my own people. These diseases could be hereditary, job-related, diet, and a number of causes.
Or from local toxic contamination.
Your appetizer, sir.
I need proof, Clive. I need to know if businesses working in that community are illegally dumping toxic waste at the risk of the community.
What you're asking me to do is a conflict of interest.
You read these case files. You look, you see how many people are sick and dying in that one section of the city. And then you tell me you don't want to help.
Joe, how's she doing?
Quiet, not a peep out of a cent in the last year.
All right, prepare for entry. Get the ERT ready. No, hold your man. Get her on the phone. Hold him back, Joe. Irene, pick up the phone.
I told you I am not afraid to shoot you.
Irene,
So you
pick
just
up
try
the
that
phone.
again if you want to die.
I won't.
Sit down where I told you to. Sit down.
Irene, pick up the damn phone.
Chief Mannion.
What's going on?
Everything's okay.
What was the shot?
Wilson tried to take the gun away. I fired one shot. This time.
All right, Irene, I'm coming in. Now just take it easy. You hear me? Just take it easy. Irene, I'm coming in.
This crazy tried to kill me. Irene, I demand that you end this insanity.
I am trying to end the insanity. That's why I'm here.
Hold it! Please, calm down, everybody. Irene? Now, I've done some checking. You seem to be onto something here. I've got some people looking into it, all right? But I want you to lower that gun.
Tell me what you found.
We found a pattern. Where there's a pattern, there's usually a reason for it, but we don't know yet. Now, I want you to give me the gun.
Irene, give him the gun for God's sake.
Shut up! I need more than a pattern. I need proof.
All right. We're going to get you proof. But you are responsible for the lives of the people in this room. Do you understand that?
Good. Okay. I need, food then and water.
All right, I'll get you food and water. It's going to cost you 3 hostages. You can keep Wilson, all right?
What?
Just tell me, which 3? Who are they?
Marcy, Elaine, and Mr. Petty.
All right, let's go. All right, come on, let's go. You stay by the phone.
Sit down.
Chief,
Yeah.
This is Dean Berlin. This is with the EPA's Department of Toxic Substance Control.
How do you do?
Mr. Berlin's in charge of Irene Baxter's case.
Test results from the Woodby school site 2 years ago. We analyzed soil, air, and water samples on the school grounds. We also worked at the building interiors.
The school was tested 2 years ago.
Yeah. Toxins were within the permissible levels per EPA regulations. Chief, you got a loon in there. I've had to deal with her many times.
So how do you explain the unexplained illnesses at the school?
Can't, won't, or don't want to. Hey, I do what I'm paid to do by the United States government.
Excuse me, Chief. This farmer's on the phone? Yeah. Excuse me. All right, Ella. Go ahead.
I'm with Nancy and Ferris. We're here in Comstead. I've been doing some checking into Woodby Elementary School and the surrounding area, and I thought you'd want to know this. Ferris?
Yes, ma'am.
Woodby is one of the smallest elementary schools in the district and in one of the poorest areas of town. Ferris, would you put up the rates of illness in the school? The cancer rate among students, teachers, and administrators here is 5 times higher than average. Immune deficiencies are rampant.
The city's health department agreed that the rates were abnormal, but they won't take any formal action.
Why not?
And leave 800 black and Latino children with nowhere to go? I think so. It'd be political suicide. Ferris, would you put up sections 7, 8, and 9? All right, Chief, last year, a Howard University graduate student conducted a health survey in that community. Now, Ferris, would you show us the results of that survey? A birth rate, half of what it should have been. High rates of miscarriages, birth defects, a high rate of cancer, as well as anemia and a host of blood disorders.
Yeah, well, that doesn't make any sense. If the school is the center of the contamination, everything should radiate. All right, zoom in on Section 8. Now, what's this gray triangular area?
It's Park. It's 10th Street Park.
Bingo, that's it.
The epicenter is not the school, it's the park.
Where the children play.
Yeah, she was right about the problem, just wrong about the location. Hey, Berlin, you need to get over to the park and do the same test you did in the school. You hear me?
Now? I mean, that's going to take...
Now. We only got 5 hours. Get going. Temple, Jabrino, go with him.
I don't understand how this place can be poisonous. It's fine to me.
Well, there's different types of pollutants. It's not all brown haze and oozy sludge. Sometimes the most dangerous compounds have few outward indicators. Close the park.
Why?
It's a hot zone. Guys, shut it down. Get everybody out now. Guys, shut it down. Get everybody out.
Irene, don't harm these people. Don't do that.
I know what you're trying to do.
Well, I'm trying to end this as safely as I can.
Give me that evidence, Chief.
The EPA guy's back. I'm going to have to go. He may know something. I'll call you back. Boron, how you doing? How you feeling?
Very, very well, sir. Thank you. Thank you for asking. Chief, we registered extremely high levels of benzene in the park, including on the lawns, the topsoil, and the playground equipment.
Benzene. What is that?
Oh, it's used primarily in the processing of other materials, pharmaceuticals, plastics, dry cleaning.
Who's in charge of regulating benzene?
Here it's the D.C. Department of Environmental Health Administration.
And we checked with the field offices, sir. There's nothing in any of their records that indicates any misuse of benzene anywhere near the park over the last 10 years. And they keep a pretty tight lid on it.
Well, somebody's lid is leaking. If he's right, somebody's dumping benzene in the park.
I don't believe the park is the contamination source. See, the ground was only contaminated to about 8 inches deep.
Oh, wait a minute. The groundwater's contaminated, but not the soil. How's that?
Because the park uses well water to irrigate its plants. And that comes from an underground aquifer or lake. Which means we've got an off-site contamination.
All right, Temple, you and Debrino got to find every plant that uses benzene within 5 miles of that park.
We'll get on it.
Chief, we don't have jurisdiction over EPA violations.
Well, if Irene is right, and there's illegal dumping, and it's a crime, it becomes a criminal investigation, and Deputy Chief, that's us.
Nonetheless, Irene Baxter's guilty of a serious criminal act. Now, why are you taking such a personal interest?
Oh, she's got guts, Joe.
This can't be good. You're back too soon.
It's not in the school. It's the park.
The park?
No. The 10th Street Park. Now, Irene, I've kept my part of the bargain. I want you to keep yours. Give me the gun. Now look, I know that you're sick, and I'd like to help.
Sick how?
A person's medical records are private.
No, not when you're keeping innocent people hostage.
Innocent? These people turned a blind eye for years while people here were dying. No, nobody in this room is innocent.
That's where you're wrong, Irene.
Shut up!
All right. Now, you have not been to see your doctor in what, 6 weeks? Why?
Brain tumor isn't something you take a pill for, Chief. I'm terminal. Which means I have nothing to lose. Which means you better find that proof.
Irene. Irene, stop this. What good is it? Let these people out of here. Let them go.
Time for you to go, Chief.
Let them go. I'll stay.
No, I need you out there.
The last thing I want to do is put you in a body bag.
You think I'm afraid to die?
I don't know. But these people don't deserve to die. They haven't done anything wrong.
I already told you. Nobody in here is innocent. Get me that evidence, Chief. You got 4 hours left. Okay. Time's running out for all of us.
Can't believe someone dumped this garbage where kids play. Believe it. I wonder if the EPA has checked out the place I take my girls on the weekend. You don't get it, do you?
Get what?
Your park is clean. Did I miss something here? Well, look where you live. They dump that stuff on poor people. I mean, where you live, you don't have to worry about it. And the people in these neighborhoods, they don't have the political power or the money to get on the national agenda. They don't have time to go out there and organize. They got to earn a living. Thank you for making that clear. No problem.
Yes?
Miss Miller?
Yes.
I'm Ella Farmer. I'm with the police department. I got your name from a health survey. I was wondering if I could talk with you. It's about possible contamination of your neighborhood. How many of you have been told by your doctor that your symptoms may be related to industrial contamination? Can I see a show of hands? That's it? That's all?
What's the point of this? Irene Baxter's been talking about this for years, and nobody does anything about it.
That is the point, Mr.
Newman.
Mr. Newman.
What's it to you? You don't even live here.
People, if you care about your lives, if you care about your children's lives, believe me when I tell you that the people you think are making decisions on your behalf are not. They're taking advantage of you, of your need for jobs, of your lack of political clout, of your health.
Sure, sometimes the air isn't so great outside, but you know what I do? I go inside the house, my house. Now, you're asking us to bite the hand that feeds us. I don't know who in here is willing to do that.
The hand that's feeding you is poisoning you. And if we don't do something about it right now, nobody in this room's got much of a future.
Dinner. Here you go. Come on, Irene, you gotta eat something.
I don't have an appetite.
Well, it's not just for you, you know, it's, Here you go. Thank you. Now, you know, that could go off.
That's right. So you better get me my evidence. There's only an hour left. You're cutting it kind of close, aren't you?
You want to know something? I think you and I know each other well enough for me to say this to you. Would you stop threatening me? I am here to help you, Irene. Now, I know it took a lot of courage to do this. That doesn't mean I condone it.
I'm not asking for forgiveness. When I'm gone, there'll be nobody left to speak up for those kids.
Well, if you want my help, that's why I'm here. If you want sympathy, forget it. What you're doing is wrong. Get in here. I need an EMT now.
It's a shame they don't make medals for people like her.
She broke the law, Ella.
I've been talking to people. People she tried to organize. Tried to help. Sick people. People who had no idea there was an earthly reason for what was happening to them. No idea that it wasn't God dealing them a bad hand, but men. You got her out of there alive, Chief. I'm not sure just anyone could have done that.
Ella Farmer, now, if you ever decide to give up police work, you got a great future in politics.
This is our #1 suspect company, Techco Industries.
They use over 700 gallons of benzene byproducts a month.
Right. That says here they make synthetics, nylon resins, fibers. In other words, they're using toxic chemicals to make other toxic chemicals.
Something like that.
CEO refused to talk to us. Said that we have to talk to his legal team.
Well, pick him up. Tell him he's a material witness in a criminal investigation. I'd like to talk to him.
Gladly, sir.
These are copies of all our environmental and health certifications. This is our EPA compliance officer's documentation, and it pertains to the handling of all toxic and hazardous waste over the last 5 years.
This it? You sure? Oh, gee, well, see, I still don't have what I need. See, I need the chain of possession for all the benzene used in your plant. I also need the test results from that storage tank you have on the Anacostia River.
Right, and I will get that to you first thing in the morning.
No, that's not soon enough. Hey, how about an hour? I need it in an hour. Now, I also understand that your company does its own testing. The EPA doesn't do that.
That's the way the regulations work, Chief. You know, it enables the EPA to keep the size of government down while ensuring public safety.
You don't think that's a conflict of interest?
The U.S. Congress doesn't seem to.
Well, bless their hearts.
What exactly is this all about?
Well, this is about moms and kids that are getting sick and dying from playing in a park. And that's because the park is contaminated with chemicals.
Do you have any idea how many jobs, how many tax dollars my company's brought into this region? I tell you, I really find this insulting. Insulting!
Insulting! I tell you about moms and kids that are dying, and you tell me how much money you're making? If I find that you or your company is involved in any of these murders, and that's what they are, you're going to go to prison.
You know, you want to talk to me again? Call my lawyer.
Hey, Brano.
Yeah.
Do me a favor. Call Berlin. I want to check Techno's storage tank for benzene. We're going to do our own tests.
It's about time.
Yeah, that's an affirmative.
High trace levels in the tanks and the surrounding areas, but
what?
But it's not enough to have contaminated the groundwater under that park.
So that's not the source either, that's what you're saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So where in hell is this stuff coming from then?
There are trace levels of benzene here. It's just not high enough to have been the contaminating source.
I'd been delivering benzene-tainted runoff to Techco's underground storage tanks for about, 17 years. Every 2 months, big rigs come in, pump it out, ship it across country to a landfill site in Louisiana. Then about, 4 years ago, I pull up and there's a bunch of company engineers out there repairing the tanks. They turn me away. Tell me the tanks ain't certified to hold benzene no more.
4 years ago. That's when Irene was sniffing around asking questions about sick children. What did they tell you was wrong with the tanks?
Fissures. Cracks in the underground seams.
So those tanks must have been leaking benzene for years before they ever even found the cracks.
Which explains how it got into the water table.
Look, I'm willing to cooperate in everything here, you know. But I'm not going to go to jail for this, am I?
You might, Frank. Temple DeBrino, take Frank's statement for the record.
Yes, sir. This way, Frank.
What's the matter?
Well, the company could disavow him, say that he dumped the benzene on his own without their approval. It's his name on all these manifests. A smart lawyer, and I'm sure that they hire the smartest, could make this whole thing go away.
Are you saying that there's nothing we can do about this?
I'm saying I need a smoking gun, Nancy, something that ties the company directly to this, something that's incontrovertible.
You should be aware. The chemical industry has spent millions cleaning up waste sites in the district.
We've got a witness, Clyde. A former tanker driver for Teco Industries. For 17 years. He delivered loads of benzene-tainted wastewater to underground tanks just 2 miles from the park.
So what do you need from me?
Documented proof that Teco executives knew what was going into their underground storage tanks, that they were aware of the leaks and they covered it up.
Do you know how long and hard I've worked to get where I am? Do you realize what you're asking me to do?
Yes. I do. I want to show you something.
I didn't know Irene was sick. Nobody knew.
Mom! Mom! Mama, can we watch some more TV? Yeah, Mom, just a little while.
Joe, did you do your homework?
I finished my definitions, timetables, and spelling words.
30 minutes more, then I want you two in bed. Yes. Don't I get a kiss goodnight?
Good night, Mama. Night, Mama.
Beautiful kids. Your little girl.
Leukemia. She was diagnosed a year ago. It's up and down. It's not so good right now. Joe, he's sick all the time. The doctor says he doesn't have much of an immune system. My husband wanted to have 3 kids. I had 4 miscarriages in the span of 2.5 years. The medical bills piled up. Then he walked out the door. Excuse me a second.
It's horrible and tragic what's happened to them, but you don't know who's to blame here. You may not be able to prove it.
Somebody had known what caused my cancer. If what I had been through, what I'm still going through, could have been prevented. I know what's causing this. And I can prove it. But only if you help me.
I'm sorry, Ella. What you're asking me to do is unethical, maybe even illegal. Look, I can't risk throwing away my career, my life's work on a hunch. Not even a good one. I can't.
I would never ask you to do something I didn't believe was right, Clive. If you don't know that, I mean, really know that,
favor. Oh. This is mine.
Skunk?
Yeah, it matches my shoes.
You didn't have to do this. I know what I did was wrong. But if I hadn't have done it, would you have still helped me?
I think so. You're a fighter, Irene. I admire that.
Well, I don't think I'm going to see it through this.
No. Come on. Come on. No.
Chief Mannion allowed a sick, mentally unstable woman to hold a gun to my head for over 8 hours.
Everyone got out of there safe and unharmed, Mr. Wilson. What would you have done differently?
For one, I would have shown up there sooner. Irene Baxter was ill, emotional, and dangerous. She totally manipulated your department and your chief.
Chief Mannion does not need me to defend him. His record stands for itself. I want to ask you a question, Mr. Wilson. How many times did Irene Baxter attempt to address the school board at public meetings?
I don't know, 4 or 5 at the most.
19 times. 19. Over a period of 4 years, Irene Baxter tried to address the school board in a proper, civilized manner, only to be shouted down by you.
I can't believe that she showed up this many times.
Believe it. A dying woman, desperate to save children, and you dismissed her out of hand 19 times. She ran out of patience before she ran out of stamina. So, Mr. Wilson, if you want to prefer charges, I suggest that you go home, and I want you to think about it real hard. Then you call me. That's it. You can go.
The smoking gun you're looking for. Don't ask. Ever.
Does this mean you're finished as a lobbyist for the chemical industry?
No, it means my job just got harder. There will always be people who don't play by the rules. Ella, it doesn't make all of us evil. We've got to hold our clients in the industry more accountable. I intend to do that. If I have any clients after this. I didn't do this for you, Ella. I did it because it was right. You doubted me. It hurt.
Clive. I'm sorry.
Well, as you can see in this memo dated 4/11/98, indicates your company had knowledge of the benzene contamination. They tried to hide it from the EPA.
I had nothing to do with this.
Mr. Green, you do run the company?
I had no prior knowledge. If these tanks leaked, it began long before I became chief executive officer. I started in 2000.
Well, this is a series of memorandums dated from 2000. You were there at the company, and your signature's all over the place. You might want to look back here, and it seems to indicate that you had knowledge you had a leaking storage tank, and you tried to cover it up.
Mr. Green, that is your signature.
Where did you get these from?
We got friends in low places.
You knew the company illegally transported and stored waste containing benzene. It was a problem you inherited from your predecessor, but you could have turned this whole thing around and stopped it. And you probably would have been a hero.
But you chose greed. Profits over people.
I would like to talk to my lawyer now.
Good idea.
Ella.
No, Deborah. We got him.
They gonna pay doctor's bill?
That and a lot more.
Thank God.
Come in, Ella. Someone's here.
So beautiful out here. Reminds me of days I used to spend going to the park. Oh, let's go in there.
Well, I had a little talk with Wilson, and he's decided not to file charges. And the prosecutor's office is going to wait to file until I'm feeling better.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you for what you did.
No, I didn't do anything, Irene. You did. So, this duck walks into the bar. And the bartender says, "Excuse me, we don't serve ducks." And the duck says,
Every moment, every milestone of every personality. For 20 years, Biography has left conjecture and innuendo to the other shows. You know, the ones that come and go. Biography, Monday through Saturday at 8 on the Biography Channel, where everyone has a story.